Good morning, this is Outpost Creations 2021. This is my Shaman Oracle reading for this week. Today we have Thursday. I'm running late and I am apologizing for that. I was kind under the weather a little bit, but today I'm feeling okay. So I continue reading for Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. And this reading here is for Virgo. Welcome, Virgo. The first card for you from the Good Tarot is Five of Earth. And the card is about some alternative forms of abundance and the illusion of some lack in your life and an overlooked treasure. See this, all is not as it seems. So this is a time to look again. A change in perception can bring into focus the results that I am seeking, just in a different form than I expected. I am called to move away from some poverty consciousness and then open my eyes to all the treasures before me that are now suddenly illuminated. The illusion of wealth gives way to my true abundance. There is no need to fear that a rug will be pulled out from under me. What we draw attention to will grow. So I count my blessings and I realize that I have far more than I thought. I have come far in my quest for building up what I need, and even more opportunities for experiencing abundance is awaiting me. Next is the Psychic Tarot card. Out came the third eye chakra. Key facts are it is the color of indigo, the sound is Om, the element is light, the gland it relates to is the pituitary gland, and the keywords are I see. This is the most often talked about of all the chakras, the third eye, and relates to clairvoyance, namely inner seeing and intuition, and all the higher levels of consciousness. They are also associated with this energy center. Found between your eyebrows and just above the bridge of your nose, it works closely with the throat and the crown chakras and will assist you with your psychic and your intuitive inner guidance. So to balance the third eye chakra, we recommend that you practice walking meditations, breath work, yoga, tai chi, visualizations, and color therapy, says this guidebook. So do not just focus on this one chakra as part of your development, as it is important to remember that they should all be in balance, all the chakras, in order to work in unison and in harmony. The next card is from the Dungeons and Dragons Tarot. That deck was based on a computer game with the same name, namely Dungeons and Dragons. And out came the Four of Intelligence, saying to take time for meditation, before you are moving forward, while making sure that you are not avoiding action. And the special meaning is that the next short rest that you take acts as a long rest instead. Now you must ponder that one, a short rest becoming a long rest instead. Maybe you need some time to think things through. The Sacred Destiny card is Voyage, and it relates to the humpback whale. And the humpback whales, they make the longest journeys of all mammals because they travel some 14,000 miles, which is about 22,000 kilometers every year. They spend the summer months near the polar regions, and in the winter they journey toward the equator to some tropical waters. Among some native tribes, the whales are considered to be the protectors of travelers as well as the guardians of the sea. So the card indicates that no matter what your journey is and where your journey takes you, you have protectors at your side. The sacred landscape wants you to know, get ready. You are about to embark on a journey. It might be an inner journey or an outer voyage to a distant land. It might be a project or an idea that is coming to life, but most certainly you are an intrepid traveler sallying forth into the unknown. Where do you want to go? And what have you always wanted to do or be? This is the time to make it happen. So get prepared. Have a clear vision of what you want to experience, but also be prepared for the unexpected. That is a part of the exhilaration of being a traveler. And remember to enjoy the journey as much as the reaching of your destination. The mystical shaman oracle card is wind, and the symbol of the wind represents the element of air, and it rules communication, thoughts, songs, and inspired ideas. It also signifies change with qualities both positive and negative. The wind blows from each of the four directions, and there are different qualities bestowed by each. So is the south carrying a new sense of trust and helping you gently begin to discard habits and parts of you that are no longer needed in your life. There is the west wind calling you to move to more introspection, to a willingness to make some final decisions and to let go of attachments and of ego desires. There is the north wind moving to bring you wisdom and strength, and the east wind is carrying some clarity of vision and of purpose. Whichever way the wind is blowing for you, the message is that the wind whispers or shouts, and so is a bit challenging. It may take some courage at first to turn and face the wind, but you will find exultation in moving toward it and receiving its lessons. There is an invitation here. When the spirit of the wind comes calling you, then it is a sign of some change. Perhaps you need to change your mind about something, or perhaps an old way of doing things has become automatic, and now that you have gained greater clarity, you can make a new choice. Regardless of what the change is, you can expect to be understood and to have clear communication with others at this time. Your ideas, they are solid, and the shift that it brings calls for the highest good of all. And the last card is from the Bob Ross Oracle card deck. Out came the Voice. And there in your reading is a lot of speaking and voicing and doing things and changing things. So the Voice here says that for many viewers, it was the tranquil baritone voice of Bob Ross that drew them to his show week after week, running on YouTube. So they would leave the stress behind for 30 minutes at a time, and they were lulled into a calm stupor by this comforting voice and the gentle tap, tap, tap of a paintbrush on canvas. So Bob Ross's voice could be as soothing and sensual as a lover's touch, while also projecting a calm strength that everything would be all right. I used to tell him just to pretend he was a whisper floating across the mountain. He said, just graze the canvas, caress it, and make love to that canvas. Very gentle, very soft. The voice lulls us into some tranquility despite of the loud clamor of the world outside, and keeps us gently guarded against reality, if just for a little while. That was the reading for you, Virgo. Thank you for listening. I hope you liked the reading. I wish you a beautiful day. Sending out lots of love. Take care and goodbye.